Did we hear the two most important minutes of the entire defamation trial between A-list actor Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard? Maybe. Hi, I'm Harvard lawyer Lee, and I'm vlogging about the defamation trial between Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard. Today we heard from Isaac Baruch. He grew up with Depp. They were teenagers together in Florida. Years later, reconnected. They even played in bands together. I'm going to tell you what he said on direct, but it's what he said on cross that may be two of the most important minutes of the entire trial. Now, Baruch lived next door to Johnny and Amber because Baruch is an artist and Johnny gave him an apartment to live in right next door to Johnny and Amber. He said he did hear Amber and Johnny arguing twice. Once was over the phone. Amber Heard was in Europe, and Depp, at the time Baruch walked in, Depp apparently thought he had heard a man's voice or someone's voice in the background. And Amber Heard, according to Baruch, was taunting Johnny, egging him on, giving him, talking to him baby talk, just taunting him. Depp at the time was drunk, Baruch said. He also testified that he saw her 3 times in the week before she went to seek a protective order. One of the biggest issues in the case is whether or not she was lying when she said she had been bruised by Johnny Depp hitting her, or whether she in fact had painted on the bruises in order to get the protective order and convince people that Johnny Depp had hit her. Baruch said he saw her in clearly lit places 3 times. He saw no cuts, bruises, redness, no marks, no swelling. He said he kissed her on the cheek and she didn't flinch. At one point, he said that she told him, Amber Heard told Baruch, that Johnny Depp had thrown a phone at her and said, "I go, where?" And she puts her head out to show me. He added, "I inspect her face. I don't see anything." He said he never saw Depp hit or be physical with Amber Heard or anyone, and that's since Depp was a teenager, as long as he's known him. Now, at the end of that week, when he had seen Amber Heard 3 times, he found out from the internet, he said, that Amber Heard had filed for divorce. He saw a picture of her with a mark on her cheek. He said, surprise is not the word. It's like, what the hell is this? What's going on? He said during all of that week when he saw her 3 times, she never said a word about divorce. He also said he saw Elon Musk on the balcony of Amber Heard's and Johnny Depp's apartment. This is precursor to testimony we expect later in the case from Elon Musk. Depp's team says Musk and Amber Heard had an affair while Amber Heard was married to Johnny Depp. We'll find out what the testimony is as we go along. Clearly, he was friends with and felt strongly about how much Johnny had done for him. He said, "You think too much about it, you're going to cry. Like stuff you can't pay back." So at that point, it was good testimony. It was great testimony. He was engaging. He was likable. The jury, from everything people in the courtroom said, was following along. It was really effective testimony. But it was on the cross that he became most effective. And that really shouldn't be happening in a courtroom. On the cross, Amber Heard's lawyer, Elaine Bredehoff, was up for the cross. She wanted to establish that Baruch had not looked all that closely at Amber and would not have really seen the bruises or anything like that. She asked a lot of questions about whether he had noticed what Amber Heard was wearing, what jewelry. But frankly, after you had seen Isaac Baruch testify, you wouldn't expect him to know that, and he didn't care, and it just didn't go anywhere. She also wanted to prove that he didn't really know that Amber Heard was not wearing makeup, and he didn't know whether she was wearing Amica cream, she kept talking about, or concealer, or foundation, or powder, or tint. She went over the list over and over again. Ironically, apparently she didn't know either. From some commentators later, apparently she meant to refer not to Amica cream, but to arnica cream, which is used to cover over bruises. Overall, that wasn't super effective. Somewhat more effective was the fact that Depp has given Baruch $100,000 over the years and a free place to live. But Baruch had already admitted that on direct examination, so it wasn't really adding anything new. he did say that he had seen Depp drink and do drugs, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've partaken." One piece of effective examination was where Depp told Baruch he hoped Amber's rotting corpse is rotting in the blanking trunk of a Honda Civic. But on redirect, that didn't happen until after Amber Heard had accused Johnny Depp of violence and abuse. Still, it was a point made on the cross. Now, he also, less effective, was some cross about whether Depp had referred to Amber Heard as using the C word and saying that she had ruined their cool life. He said he couldn't even look at the building where they had lived together anymore. But Baruch sort of passed that off as, yeah, Johnny's just talking, and he's called me that in a text before. That he also talked, Baruch did, about seeing a clip from the elevator video showing Amber Heard's sister Whitney giving Amber a fake punch, and then they both laughed. We didn't learn a lot about that. Hopefully we'll learn more about that through the course of the trial. But the place where he really shone, the place where he was incredibly effective, was in an answer where the lawyer just lost control and he ran away with it. Ideally on cross, a lawyer wants a yes or no. And what Elaine Bredehoff wanted was for him to say, she said to him, "Isn't it true that you're angry with Amber Heard?" And she wanted a yes, I'm angry. Then move on. However, the witness was not, got completely away from her. And what he said was very damaging to Amber Heard's case, and I think very helpful for Johnny Depp's case. Let's listen to it now, and I think you'll see what I mean.
And I think you testified already, you're pretty angry with Ms. Heard, right?
When?
I wrote it down that you
about the phony pictures that were taken and put in tabloids, and about the fake narrative, and about and the way she's trying to got a fraudulent DV claim to extort and blackmail a man. Yeah, that kind of got me
pretty
frustrated, confused, angry, upset. Yes, which is why I said the best thing for us to do is not to talk to each other.
Okay.
Yes.
And was it fair to say you're still angry with her?
Oh, you know something? It's 6 years.
But we just heard you give your version.
Am I angry anymore? I'm not, what I am is tired, and I want this all to end. Her to go heal, him to go heal. So many people have been affected by this malicious lie that she started and she created, and it's gone out the door and around the world. And so I can't even paint anymore. I've stopped painting for the last who knows how many years. And that's affected by stuff. I'm not angry at anybody. I want the best for her to take her responsibility, heal, and move on. And for Johnny, his family has been completely wrecked by all of this stuff, and it's not fair. It's not right what she did and what happened for so many people to get affected from this. It's insane.
And Mr. Baruch,
how this happened.
Now that testimony was very effective. It was emotional, and everyone had already bonded with the witness because he seemed so credible, so engaging, like somebody you would want to know. Because of that, his testimony was really effective. I think it's going to be very helpful for Johnny Depp's case because it showed the impact that this has had. Also because he said he was a friend of Amber Heard's, he loved her, he loved her friends, and for him to have changed that dramatically, I think spoke to the jury about what the merits of the case were. So I think it will prove to be a very powerful 2 minutes. Will it be enough to win the case? We have no way of knowing that. But it was a very powerful 2 minutes and will make a difference in the case. Now, after his testimony, after Baruch finished, things got much slower with the testimony of Brandon Patterson, who was the general manager for Eastern Columbia HOA. And that's the place where Johnny Depp and Baruch and Amber Heard all lived. He was authenticating videos from the building. I was surprised, frankly, the attorneys had not already agreed to that. It was very slow. Afterwards, the judge even said to everybody, hey, why don't we do some stipulations? So instead of the jury having to listen to something that nobody even objects to, just get that part out of the way and then focus on what you actually disagree about and what the jury needs to hear. We could glean a few things from the videos. Mostly, we will find out about those videos in the coming days because now that they've been proven to be authentic and from the building, and that's been proven by Patterson, now that that's happened, they can show them to other witnesses. And when they do that, we'll learn more about them. Few things we saw apparently Amber Heard with a man he couldn't identify. We saw the police officers who had been up to see the Amber Heard after getting the 911 call. They appeared relaxed, not in a hurry. They were even laughing and joking with one another. So if any conclusions can be drawn from that. Mostly, it was difficult to discern what the points would be, but we'll find out in the coming days. You want to subscribe to this channel because we're going to be covering the trial in great detail, and you do not want to miss. It is a fascinating trial. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.